Right then, let's start kicking off Season 5, shall we? Hello guys and welcome to Dreaming is Possible here with Chesterfield, and yes, it is Season 5 and here is our pre-season now. Things have gone pretty well, pretty much, like, you know what I mean? We've actually even won a cup, yes. It's a little mini cup, like in a friendly cup that we went through. But yeah, it was a little competition that like I said, that we were entered into. I take it the club, I had nothing to do with it, so you know, we went along, did all right in that, and like I say, we picked up our first trophy. There we go, of the season. Hopefully there'll be many more, like, but you just don't know how it's going to go. So yeah, we're going to be kicking things off against Middlesbrough and Burnley, into the Burnley just coming down from the Premier League, so that will be a tough one. And we've actually got Middlesbrough in the cup. Yes, yet again we have been drawn against another tough opposition. So yeah, I don't know why. I just don't know why it is. I have no idea, but we just don't seem to get any luck whatsoever. And the thing is regarding obviously how they, you know, the board want us to do. They want us to basically finish in the fifth round, get to the fifth round of the FA Cup and the fourth round of the Carabao Cup. So nothing too strenuous there, is it? Like, you know what I mean? And we already know, like, you know what I mean, if you'd watched yesterday's episode, that yeah, they want us to obviously get promotion. But not only do they want to get promotion, they've now changed it and they want us to actually win the league. So it's not just promotion. No, don't make it too easy. We want you to actually win it as well, like, sort of thing. So yeah, not much, like, you know, pressure there, considering they dropped the amount of money that we've got to spend. Yeah, but transfers have not, let's say, I'll show you. So these are the transfers. Like, we'll go through them. Like, there's a lot more players that have left the club than they've come into the club. Some of these obviously have gone out on loan. You're not going to see some of the things because obviously they're behind the back of me. But we'll go through the players that we have brought in to begin with, and then I'll go on to the ones that have like left and stuff. I've managed to get Connor Chaplin in, and if any of you watched when I used to do FIFA and stuff like that, I've had this guy with us before when I think I was FIFA 18 when I did Grimsby, and I brought Connor Chaplin, and he did really well for me then. And yeah, I've managed to snap him up now, and he's done really well in pre-season. He's worked really well. I played him kind of in what is normally the cam role, but I've been playing him as like the sort of support, like shadow striker type thing, in behind Spyro in the sort of pre-season, and they've worked really well together, so that is good. And as you can see, he's picked up 5 goals, so yeah, it's not been too bad, has it, really, considering? So not a bad start to pre-season. So he's not too bad, and I think, you know, to be honest, like how much we 1.9 million, I think is a bargain for him. So yeah, he was at Barnsley, so he has played in this division before, and yeah, we'll see how he goes out throughout the league. And we've got Luke Carey was on a free transfer, just not at any club whatsoever, like, sort of thing. This is one of my scouts, like, you know, seen, and how is he not at a club? I do not know. No idea whatsoever why he's not at a club. When you look at these, like, you know, these stats here, I just don't know why no one's picked him up. Edmilson Ramos, again, another scout, just noticed that he was available for 9,000. He's just an under 18s player that we've just brought in. There's nothing massively special about him, but he has got some decent potential there, so who knows, he might turn into a decent striker at some point. This is the big one. I'll get to Mr. Gustafsson in a bit. He's the one I spent 4.8 million on. But James Briggs, managed to get him again. Scouts being really good. Dulwich Hamlet, they've got promoted up to the National League now. They're in the National League or whatever, and managed to get him as well. And as you can see, there was loads. I mean, there was 18 clubs that were going in for this guy, and you can understand why. The thing is he's already gone out on loan. That was part of the deal as well. So we've not actually got him at the club. I think, is it Palace that he's gone out to? Yeah, it is Palace that he's gone out to. And it was to do with when I signed him. It was to do with, like, you know, part of his, like, you know, when they have the promises and stuff like that, and he didn't want to, like, you know, necessarily be with us this season. I think he wanted to be with us when we were maybe in the Premier League, or so. I can't remember how it was worded, but it was just worded like that. So he's not actually with us. But yeah, Simon Gustafsson. Now, Utrecht is basically where we got him from, 4.8 million. He has broken the bank with regards to wages. I've gone over and above like 35,000, which is a hell of a lot considering, like, I think up till this point, it's around about sort of 17,000 is around about. No, in fact, I think on Benz's on 24, maybe, possibly something like that. But yeah, 35,000 to bring this guy in. He is 28, but I just feel having someone of like, you know, experience and stuff in that midfield, it just helps, like with Dre and stuff like that, and obviously with Levi as well. Yeah, you're probably thinking, hold on, we had some decent midfielders, where have they gone? Yeah, some of them have disappeared, like, and we'll get to those like now, shall we? But first of all, yeah, Papas Dembele, you probably already like seen this straight away. Genk came in with 7 million. I couldn't really not accept that. He was basically round about sort of 2.8 million value, and I just thought, they're going to come in at 7 million, why not? Like, you know what I mean, we'll snap their hand off. Nathan Torme has also left. He's gone to Huddersfield for 3 million. Like I say, we've got some players that have gone out on loan. I wanted to sell Sam Wedgbury, but the chairman, she basically overrode that. They came in with a loan offer, and she said, well, I'm accepting it. And I was like, but he's on his last year of his contract. I wanted to sell him, like, hey, it's her club. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, Will Patchin, he's gone to Stoke for 625,000. Jake Lau, you've gone out on loan again. Tom Dinsmore, yeah. Tom Dinsmore, Crystal Palace, like 3.3 million. He's gone. Didn't really want to lose him or whatever, but again, it's a good offer. Howard Johnson, you guys probably don't even know. He's like one of the young like players, 75,000. He's gone to Pumas, which I think either Uruguay or Mexico. Can't remember. Mexico, that's where they are. He's American, so I can understand why he's gone. He's gone there. Aaron Evans, some of these players you won't know because they're the young lads that would never like, you know, like we'll get into the side. He's gone to Gillingham for 105,000. Paul Glatzel's gone out on loan. The reason being is I brought in Connor Chaplin, so it was kind of like, he was maybe a bit worried about like game time, so he's gone out to Ipswich on loan. Iwan Mumongu has remained on loan at Newport. They've like said that they wanted him for another year. I was quite happy for that to happen. He's not necessarily going to get into our side. Matt Reynolds has left. He's gone to Luton for 50,000. Andrew Ilijiwale has gone to Wigan for 600. That I wish 475,000. George Waite has gone to Blackburn for 700,000. Tom Humphrey has left. He's gone to Sheffield Wednesday for 1 million. Remy Matthews, there's the big one. Our goalkeeper has left the club. Yes, our number one goalkeeper. The reason that this all came about was he was worth 2.4 million. Leicester came in with a bid of 6 million, and he was straight away, you can't kind of stop me from going this, you know, basically it says, like when it comes through, the agent turned around or something like that, it says something like, I'm really, my client is really wants to talk to this club. It's a dream move and stuff like that. So I accepted the Leicester bid, thinking all he's going to do is just not be happy. He obviously wants to go and play in the Premier League, and that was it. Watford came in as well. Now, obviously, they've just gone up to the Premier League, and Brighton came in. And now I accepted both of those because, you know, they both bid 6.5. They added an extra 500k on it, sort of thing. So I accepted them. He didn't really want to talk to them. He basically said, I'm happy. I'm in advanced talks with Leicester, and I'm happy. He's gone to Brighton, so I don't understand that. Do you know what I mean? So he's still gone to the Premier League, but he's gone to Brighton for 6.5. Now it could be that they can offer him first team football, whereas Leicester have got Schmeichel, and maybe that's it. Like, you know what I mean? Possibly he would have been a reserve keeper at Leicester. That's what I'm thinking. But hey, he's gone. Remy Matthews is gone, and it's like, oh, what do we do about replacing the goalkeeper? And you're probably looking over and you're thinking, you haven't bought a goalkeeper. No, I haven't bought a goalkeeper. I'm going to rely on our two young viewers, and that is Jeff, my friend Jeff, Danger Joel, and obviously my friend as well, Rodolfo. They're my two goalkeepers going to be for this season. It is a risk. Obviously, I can change my thought plan at January. I'm going by a goalkeeper, but we're going to make Jeff the number one keeper. Rodolfo, you're going to be the cup goalkeeper. The other player that also has gone is our captain, Joseph Iyani. He's gone. He has gone for 5.25 million to Sheffield United. Now, Sheffield United have actually come down, so we will get to play him again. You know, when we play against Sheffield United. But yeah, it's two sort of big losses there. You know, Bo Jansen, he's gone out on loan to Shrewsbury. We've got Daniel Francis out on loan to Maritimo. Lucien has gone to Valenciennes, I think they're in France, maybe. Yeah, I think they're in France, Valenciennes. He's out on loan. James Briggs, we know, like I said, James Briggs over here, he's gone out on loan to Crystal Palace. Another player that I'm really gutted about that we've lost is Lorenzo Parola. Yeah, he was really good. He's like an he was like a 20-year-old, like sort of centre back doing really well. Like, I mean, I was like looking at but Everton have come in for him. They've put an initial bid of 3 million. It will rise to 4.8 million eventually. And again, it was, yeah, you've got to let me go. You know what I mean? I'm going to like a bigger club. It's in the Premier League. Yeah, you know what I mean? And he's gone to Everton. Whether he'll get as much game time, probably not. Like, you know what I mean? But again, I've been losing so many players because they just want to go and play in the Premier League, like, and we don't have the statures of a club. So that's a bit of a blow. Harry Toffolo has also gone, my left back, like, you know what I mean? He's gone to Aston Villa for 5 million. Like I say, I've been losing a lot of players, like, you know what I mean? So that's all the players that have gone. It's quite a lot, like, you know what I mean? But we have made a significant amount of money over here as well. So obviously, you know, we've got 37 million to play around with if we can, you know, bring someone in. Now, we don't necessarily need to bring anyone in because I've got some players that I'm now going to be pushing and promoting up from sort of the under 23s and stuff like that, because what's the point in having them if you're not going to play them? And we've got obviously I've promoted like I say, some of the young players forward. So Gianluca Bucci was out on loan. I've promoted him up to the main squad now, along obviously with Ty Fleming. So we've got those two there as our backup centre backs. I think we're all right for that. And yeah, we can always, even if we get to a sort of like, you know, injury problem, Oliver Clay can actually play as a centre back if need be as well. So yeah, it's like I said, I don't want to change things too much. It's staying as the same formation and stuff like that. But like I say, I want to keep things as is. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. We've got Nigel Griffin as well, who's come back from loan. He's going to be an ideal sort of like player that can play like, you know, on this wing in place of Garber, in place of Papis Dembele that's left. So we've brought him in from there. We had Carl Warner already that was like, you know, that was here, that was getting some game time last season, wasn't he? So like I say, I'm going to give some of the younger players a bit of a run. I don't want to like go and spend like, you know, stupid amounts of money just yet, unless we need to. I might, like I say, in January, might have to go and get a top class goalkeeper because Jeff and Rodolfo might not just be good enough just yet because they are like 20 years of age and it is a risk. But like Casillas, he started at Real Madrid at that age, like, didn't he? Like, I mean, 19, 20 years of age, and look what happened. He had a fantastic career, didn't he? So we've got massive pressure on us. We've not really had that before. And let's see if we can deliver and get ourselves into the Premier League. Let's kick things off against Middlesbrough. Here we go. So this is still stuck on the sort of on the director thing because we're doing like I was doing the penalties and stuff like that, so I wanted to have a look at the penalties. So I'll move it back to the normal 2D look. So here we are, guys, with the first highlight, and it is Middlesbrough that's surging into the box. Good challenge to begin with. It's come across here, and Lewis gets his head on it and gets it away. He's come back here to Harding, though, so they'll try and get this back into the box. I mean, it's always going to be weird the first few games of the season because they're not up to like full match fitness and stuff. So, and there's obviously a few players that have come in, so just trying to get used to how they play and things like that. It's played back here to McNair as he plays it across, and Smith blasts that one in. Matt Smith, well, it's opened up like Middlesbrough's sort of like goals for the season as they just blast that one in past Mr. Davies in goal, and unfortunately, yeah, I wasn't able to keep that out. But they're not being funny, but I don't think anyone would have kept that out the way that he hit this. As you can see here, he just lays it across and he just laces that one. And like I say, I don't care what sort of goalkeeper you are, you ain't keeping that out. Through the middle. Garber, can he get the ball in? He finds Mbenza, and Mbenza has equalised for us. Isaac Mbenza, I just hope he just keeps free of injury this season. It was such a shame for last season. He was out so much of it, but I'm just hoping that he can keep himself like healthy and fit, because he was like starting to play really well, like, you know what I mean, towards the end of the season. We got to start seeing the best of him, and that's a great header there as a good ball in from Garber. We've actually broke away from their corner as Garber is surging forward. He's got Spyro ahead of him, but he's going to like go himself. He's actually the keeper's tipped it onto the foot of the post there, like, you know what I mean. If Spyro had been a little bit sort of quicker, he could have like maybe notched that. But as for corners, I just noticed we actually had 6 compared to their 5, but it just seemed to be the highlight. Very close game, as you can see. We're just edging it on possession. Home side, you expect that, but as it goes for shots and stuff like that, yeah, very, very even. What can the youngster do? Plays it back here to White. White now into Clay. Inside, Garber's a chance, great chance. Oh, and he's in. Patrick Garber gets his first goal of the season, and yeah, he's starting to turn into a real quality player. Like, you know what I mean, had a great season last season, gets into double figures. Well, he started off his account nice and early in the first game of the season. Great little bit of play here between Wyatt and Clay, and then Clay just like seen the chance. Garber nonchalantly let it roll past him and then strikes the ball, like, you know, and yeah, Middlesbrough defenders just aren't picking him up for some reason. Don't know why. I don't care. Spyro is in a weird position. Why was he out on the wing? I don't know. Chaplin plays this right the way across. Garber was coming in. Clay's coming in, and he's got his very first goal for Chesterfield. Wow. On his like full proper debut, he's managed to get himself his first goal for the club. But I'm not entirely sure where Spyro was off to. But Garber didn't actually get on that. It was a good, like, you know, headed off the line sort of like clearance, wasn't it? But he headed it straight to Clay, and he'll be chuffed to bits with that one. So we've only got like 5 minutes or so left, you know what I mean? So we probably won't get to see another highlight. But 3-1, looking good with 5 minutes injury time as well added on. But it looks like it's going to be. That's it. Yeah, it is a great start to the season. Like I say, very even game, to be honest. And be interesting to see how our Carabao Cup game goes. It'll be probably different. Obviously, we know that Rodolfo is going to be playing in that one, but there'll be other changes played as well. Like, I mean, I'm sure Middlesbrough will make some changes themselves. So, some big news has happened. The transfer window has closed, and some big news happened. I don't know where Chelsea came from. I have no idea what they did. They basically came for Nigel Griffin. And I said about you, I said, like, he's a young lad. I was just going to, like, give him a chance. Like, you know what I mean? He was a backup, like, you know what I mean, for Garber on that right-hand side. Chelsea came in with a £49 million offer. Yeah. I'm like, what? It's, if you look at the play, I'm like, what are they seeing that I'm not seeing? I have no idea, like, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, obviously the potential abilities there. Now, whether or not he's, like, going to be, I mean, he's taking his time getting to where he needs to go, but he was literally going to be just back up for Garber, and they came in with 49 million. There's no way I'm turning that down. Literally no way. He was literally worth 400,000. That's all. I'm not joking. Do you know what I mean? I've not like cheated in any way. Nothing to do with that. I've no need for the money, because otherwise I would have gone out and spent it, wouldn't I? I had the money and I didn't spend it. Like, you know what I mean? So it's nothing to do with anything to like that. I just don't understand where this bid came from. All I can think is that potential ability means that he's going to be some kind of like superstar, but it's going to be like way down the line, probably when he's like 26, 27 or something. He's not going to get till maybe like that sort of thing. But hey, if they're willing to give me 49 million, then I'm going to snap the hand off it. Now, obviously, I needed then to go out and get someone. Crap, I need to go and get someone. Now, there wasn't enough time left to actually to buy anyone, but I was able to get someone in on a loan with the potential to buy if they're all right. So I've got someone in on a loan, and then I can spend, I think it's 14 or is it 15 million? 14 or 15 million if I want to buy them. That's like the basic deal. I'll get to him in a minute. If you remember Oliver Newby, if any of you are going right back to the beginning when we started off in, like, you know what I mean, in the conference and stuff, or the National League, Oliver Newby was a great player that we had. If you remember, he was a right back. He literally played for us, I think, for one game, whatever. And I always said, like, you know, a bigger club would come in. Crystal Palace, if you remember at the time, they were that club. Well, look where he's happened now. He's now moved to Atletico for 44.5 million. Look how much this guy is like improved over the years. Like, yeah, he's looking really, really good. Callum Robinson, basically, this is the guy that I've brought in on loan, and Managed to get him on loan with the potential to buy at 15 million, and he can play like on both sides, which is great, which is what Griffin was able to do as well. Can even play as a striker if I need to, but I don't necessarily need to. But yeah, we've got the potential to purchase him. There we go. But anyway, let's go and play Burnley. Right then, guys, it's a 4-4-2 from Burnley, and I'm not going to throw our new sort of loanee kind of possibly might sign him. We'll see. Mr. Robinson, he's going to be on the bench. I'm not going to throw him straight in. So Garber and Benza will keep their positions. But basically, it's the same side that played against Middlesbrough. So as Burnley take this throw in, and Chelov flies that one in, and Wood's there, and it's 1-1. Well, Middlesbrough took the lead, didn't they? Like, I mean, we came back in that one, but yeah, I got a feeling this is going to be a little bit more tougher. But yeah, it was a good strike from Chris Wood there. It's just a simple ball in, and we're just switched off. Centre back who was supposed to be picking him up there is just completely and utterly switched off. Here is Clark now to Chaplin. Plays it over the top. Chance for Anthony Sparrow to get through. He's managed to... he sort of got held up, and I think that sort of put him off a little bit, and then he just sort of snapped at his shot. And that is not good. Not from our own throw-in anyway. And Chris Wood has managed to get away here, and this could be 2. No, he's at Davies, so it is 2. Yeah, it just bounced back nicely to him. And we're marking him, but we're not marking him, if you know what I mean. All I can do is give them the instruction, but they're just not doing it. They're just not picking him up. They're just letting him go. It's both times now. Matt Clark who's supposed to be picking Chris Wood up, and he's not doing his job. So it is half time. We have actually had more of the shots, not as many on target, but we have more of the shots, and we're controlling the possession. But we're leading. We're leading. We're not leading. I wish we were, but we're actually losing by 2-0. And again, it just comes down to the fact that it's just simple mistakes. So we can get these lads to show a bit more passion, but because they're not showing anything at the moment, we're just getting overrun by Burnley. They're just showing us up here. They're just showing basically this is why, and there we go as the number 3 goes in, just why they were in the Premier League and why we're so far away from it. And yet they want us to get into that Premier League. I mean, this is a team that got relegated from the Premier League, and we are just getting complete and utterly blown away here. Is it the goalkeeper? I don't know. I don't think it is. I'm not going to put it all on the goalkeeper. I think it's, just naivety more than anything. I think that some of the players are just out there thinking that we're maybe better than what we are. I don't know. But Garber now surges into the box, and that's about the best we've had in this whole game. We need I should have spent some money in the transfer window. I don't know, but I wasn't thinking. I mean, we did really well against Middlesbrough, and then this game it's completely and utterly different. Chaplin now through, chance for Robinson, and he has scored his first goal for us. And that's just showing. I mean, he was from Sheffield United. They were also in the Premier League. So yeah, it's just different quality of players, isn't it? And maybe I've been a little bit naive, thinking we've got better players than what we have. But great finish from Robinson, though. So that's good. Welcome to the club. It's going to be a tough season for us to get promotion, especially as champions. I can't see that. I've got a feeling that if we're going to get promotion, I think it's going to be through the playoffs. And I know the board won't be best pleased with that. But it's a 3-1 win for Burnley. It was nice to see Callum Robinson get on the score sheet, but even though we had more of that, the whole when you look at the stats, it's just doesn't make any. Well, it does make sense because they've got this. You know what I mean? They've got a better quality player. I mean, he's 31 years of age, but he literally just made us look like he was running. I mean, look at his speed. It's not exactly the quickest or whatever, but I just think that it's just his sheer experience and know-how and stuff like that. What's his positioning like? It's not massive, really good. I mean, when you look at his stats there, that nothing's like jumping off the page, is it? I just think it's just the fact that he's got experience. I think that just counts massively. But there we go. Anyway, because of certain teams that we've done really well against, and I just think that, and because we got to Wembley last season, I think I was thinking we had a really good shot, but I think I should have maybe brought in some better quality. But hey, we learn from it. I've got January window, which I can always do something about. we'll take it from there. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. If you have enjoyed today's video, one of those will be massively appreciated, and I'll let you know how we do against Middlesbrough in the cup in tomorrow's episode. In tomorrow's episode, we will probably be facing who should we? I don't know, actually. Don't know. I'll see how I feel. Like, you know what I mean? See how far we go in. Like, you know what I mean? To see who we take on. But anyway, guys, I hope you join me for that one. Take it easy. Dave from Mumongu Gaming signing off. Cheers.